Welcome to the show. If you'll stay tuned after the intro, hopefully today's show will bless you and keep you. I was listening to a rich guy, and he made the statement that it's okay not to buy a house. It's okay not to buy a house. He said we hear people saying it all the time, well, buy a house. And he said some people are in the stage in their life where they don't want to buy a house yet because buying a house, there's other costs that come with it or other expenses, like repairs. Whereas if you have an apartment, all you're responsible for is the rent. It's easier for somebody that's rich or well off to say, don't buy a house. You can wait. And I guess you can wait, depending on the stage in life you're at or where you're at. But I'm going to tell you this. For the average person, I don't believe you should wait. I'm going to give you a simple scenario here, and it's true. I bought a house. The house was a foreclosure. We bought it at $112,000. Today, that house is worth $375,000. So when you wait, this is what you're going to incur. If I were to go buy that same house now, it would cost me $375,000. Whereas it cost me $112,000. So a rich person can say, well, you don't want to incur those expenses. Or you might be saying, and I'm talking to young people, but I believe that most people my age, 45, 50, 55, would say about what I'm saying. And young people are probably thinking, well, I'll save that money. If I get the apartment, I'll save that money that I save on repairs, and then I have money later. But chances are you're going to spend it on shoes, expensive shoes, buying rims, custom wheels for the car. And I'm not knocking people that can afford to do that. I have no problem with that. I never done it. But I suppose at some point in my life, if the Lord is willing, I can do it now. I can afford to do it now. To get the car with the custom wheels. But if you're going to wait to buy your home, have a plan. What am I going to do with that money? But I know rent in the area I live in is somewhere between $1,500 to $2,000 a month. Decent on average. A house payment is somewhere between $1,500 to $2,000 a month on average. So that's a no-brainer to me. I disagree with that rich guy. I disagree with him from the standpoint when you're talking about average people. Now, there's some of us who think we're rich, but we're really just average. If you're making, and few people make this, but I'm going to give you my assessment. If you're $200,000 a year and lower, in my opinion, you're not rich. You're above average if you're $200,000. But you're not rich. So you got to be making decisions to help you become wealthy. And another thing, people don't understand that rent will always go up. My house payment stayed the same. Well, I went with the fixed rate. That's another topic. I always go with the fixed rate because they're not going to do anything but go up. My house payments, my mortgage stayed the same. when everybody else's rent was going up. Eventually, we paid it off early. The house that I was speaking of, when we bought it, we were paying a $971 mortgage on it. Now that house rents for $2,200 a month. Now what I'm going to do is add my mandarin. And what I did, instead of peeling, I just cut it in half, and then this just comes right off. So there you go. That's how it looks. Thank you for watching Steve McBride Uncuffed.